Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Working on the bow drills again, but today I'm looking at more of making a set. A lot of you know that the set I've been using is out of cottonwood, and I've really messed the board up quite a bit. You can see where I burnt through a few times and busted out the notches. Gotten a lot of good advice about making my holes too close to the edge. Larry Roberts and several other people have given me advice on that. Told me to back the hole off a little bit. It will bust out the notch on that. I've had a big problem of burning through, and you know, I was going to make another set, and I have some cedar trees out here, but they're pretty green. So I mean, I could cut a branch off because I don't have any dead laying cedar branches, so I'd have to cut a set off and try to dry it somehow or something, which I don't think is probably the best scenario for making a bow drill. And you know, the other option is to go out somewhere and find a tree and go find some dead laying timber. I could probably do that. Cottonwood's not that hard to find in Kansas. I don't have any close by, but it being the state tree, we do have a few of them. But as I said, I don't have any close by. So what I was looking at and thinking about doing was, considering that guy that may be in an area where, driving out to the woods may not be that easy. It's not readily available, wooded area to traipse it. Well, I take that back. It might not be the guy that lives in an urban area. There could be a guy even lives in a small town somewhere. But so much private property, he may not have the wooded area just to go through and find the wood, or the rights to go do that. So what I'm looking at is I just went to Lowe's and I picked me up a couple pieces of wood. I looked at the different types of wood, and I settled on these two. Had to stop and think. I couldn't remember. It was Poplar. Went brain dead there for a minute, but they had pine, they had cedar. I've heard that the pine has, is oily. I don't know, making it from pieces at the lumber yard. But got this piece. I think I paid $2 something for it, and I think that would be my hearth board. It might be a little thick. I may have to trim it down some. It's 1 inch thick, but I can trim that down. That's no big deal. And that's of course my going to be my spindle block. I know that I could have went a little bit smaller, but they didn't have the piece in stock that I wanted, so I'm just going to have to really work to trim this down. And I stopped and thought anyway, well, they had a little bit smaller size piece, but it would have been about the size of my spindle, when I got done. So I thought, well, I don't have a lot of room for error. What I'm looking for. I didn't have a lot of room for error, so I thought I'd go with something larger. And yeah, it might be more work trimming it down, but it gives me that room for error as I was talking about. And I bought this piece, about 2 foot long or so. It was like $6.50, $6.90, I can't remember. Like I said, paid $2.20, $2.30 something for this. So it was like $9 and something. I don't remember, just under 10. But I'm looking at, I could probably get 2 to 3 hearth boards out of this and several spindles if this set works. So let's give it a try. See what happens. Hey guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of a progress report. I started batoning my square block of poplar. It didn't baton out quite as beautifully as I'd like, it chipped off more on one side than the other. It didn't baton quite all the way through like I would have liked. I don't know if that's just this piece or just my luck on this piece or my form, but anyway, I decided I was going to go ahead and just shave it down at this point. And I started thinking of a few things while I was doing that. One of those is, if the wood you're using isn't something that's native to your area, something that you usually can't find, don't waste those shavings. You know, put them away. Put them in your tinder pouch. You know, label them. You know, date them if you want. One item or thing you can do is maybe put heavier shavings in one bag, thinner shavings in another, or you know, have a bag of mixed. But something else I was thinking of while you was out here. Why not work on your knife control? You know, if you're out here, let me go to the thicker side, you're shaving away and you're throwing stuff everywhere, not real good control. You know, and you're trying to shave and you're throwing your curls everywhere. You don't have real good control of that knife. You know, this is a good time to practice for your feather stick making. You know, you're not going to be leaving the curls on by any means, but still you're practicing knife control. One, you can practice holding the spine a little bit slower, a little bit more controlled. See, I want to get to where I'm not throwing them off. I find this is a little bit more of the coarse work. It takes a little bit more off. You know, that's one form. Another form you can work on, I find this is a little bit finer. I kind of roll it a little bit. I can kind of lean and roll it with my belly. Sometimes you gotta help it, but I find I get a little bit finer shavings this way. And I find I can make a little bit, train right on cue, time to make a video. But I find I can make a little bit longer shavings this way, and as I said, you can also use it those aren't as fine as I would have liked. I was going to talk about making finer shavings, but still it seems like it makes a finer shaving that way. Anyway, that's just a few tips I was thinking about and a few things that came to mind. Get back with you. Hey guys, out here on the next step of the bow drill that I'm making from wood I bought from the lumber yard. You know, home. Sorry, he's always got to make an appearance anytime I try to shoot a video. Went away with less, but I'll be polite. Anyway, he comes unannounced, takes over the party. Not much you can do. You wait for him to pass. But anyway, sorry about that. As I said, I started out with a piece here for my bow drill, for the spindle. Sorry, the train got really bad. I had to stop there for a little bit. Anyway, as I said, I started my spindle out of a 2x2 piece of wood here and got it down to just a little over thumb size. I know it should be thumb size. It's not quite. I know some of the questions I might get is why so big? Well, that's all they had. 2, it gave me some outside time. It gave me, lay my spindle there on some wood, don't want to lay it down on the ground, don't want to pick up any moisture. It gave me knife handling time. You know, I got to practice my carving. I got to practice, in a sense, a little bit of feather sticking, different techniques of trimming with the knife. So, I mean, it comes in handy. So, Out of this piece here, I made my hearth board. I split it a little bit. Try to trim it down. It's not quite as thick as it was. It was an inch piece. I went a little bit thinner. Back to my spindle, you know, you might ask, well, why didn't I use a lathe, you know, something like this and lathe it down? Well, I don't have one. Second off, they gave me outside time. Gave me time with my knife to practice carving. Thirdly, I ended up with 2 bags of poplar, you know, or whatever wood you're using, especially handy, as I said, if you don't have this wood in your area, whichever type of wood you're using. So, to me, it's a plus all the way around. And again, did I say I got outside time?